morning students. Today we discuss about 12th D-commerce. That is, we continue the same chapter, financial market, and the topic is role of financial market. In the previous classes we discussed about the meaning, definition of financial market and various types of financial market. So in this video we discuss about the role of financial market. First role is savings mobilization. Obtaining funds from the saver is surplus units such as household individuals, business firms, public sector units, government is an important role played by financial market. So obtaining funds from the savers. So those persons who wants to save the money, they need the financial market in order to invest the surplus amount in the various securities. So mostly the household peoples, individuals, business firms, public sector units, governments, they are all involved in the dealing of securities to save their money. Investment. Financial market play a key role to arranging the investments of funds thus collected in those units which are in the need of same. So investment means financial market will play an important role to arrange the investments of funds, those collected from the individuals and other persons in order to bought and sold the securities. National growth. Financial market contribute as a national growth by ensuring an unfettered flow of surplus funds to deficit units. So whatever the funds collected through sale of securities, that funds will be utilized in the deficit units in order to make more funds. So flow of funds for productive purpose is also made possible. Entrepreneurship growth. Financial market contribute to the development of the entrepreneurial class by making available the necessary financial resources. So entrepreneurial growth, one-man business development is also made in the case of financial market. So this market contribute to the entrepreneur in order to start their business or in order to expand their business as a large scale or medium scale. Industrial development. The different companies of the financial market help an accelerated growth of industrial and economic development of a country, and thus contributing to raising the standard of living and society's well-being. So standard of living condition of the people and also the society will also be developed with the help of financial markets. So different components of financial market help accelerate growth of industrial and economic development in a country. So all the industrials and economic development will be watched by the financial market. Functions of financial market. So there are so many functions which are rendered by the financial market. That is intermediary function. The intermediary function of a financial market include transfer of resources. So financial market facilitate the transfer of a real economic resource from lender to ultimate borrowers. So this, the main function of the financial market is to transfer resource from the person to the other person, that is from the lender to the borrowers. The amount will be transferred. Exchanging income. So financial market allow lenders earn interest, dividend on their surplus investable funds. So this financial market will provide interest or dividend on the purchase of securities by the investors. Whatever the fund invest by the investors, Based upon that, interest or dividend will be issued to the concerned persons by the financial market. So, and thus contributing to the enhancement of the individual and national income. Productive usage. Financial market allow for the productive use of the funds borrowed and thus enhancing the income and gross national production. So this financial market will also helps to the national point of view for the productive use of the funds which are to be borrowed, and it will helps national income and gross total income of the country. Capital formation. Financial market provide a channel through which new saving flow to aid capital formation of a country. So this financial market will help the nation to increase the capital formation of the nation. Price determination. Financial market allow for the determination of the price of the traded financial asset through interaction of buyers and sellers. So they provide a signal for the allocation of funds in the economy based on the demand and supply through the mechanism called price discovery processes. So through these processes, this financial market will help the buyer and the seller to increase their savings tendencies. Sale mechanism. Financial market provide a mechanism for selling of the financial assets by an investor so as to offer the benefit of marketability and liquidity of such assets. So in order to make the liquidity condition of the various assets, the investors they himself improve their conditions with the help of the financial market to sell their assets in a valuable price. Information. The activities of the participants in the financial market result in the generation and the consequent dissemination of information to the various segments of the market. So valuable informations are also to be provided by the financial market to the users. So users means maybe investor or business people or any other society or group of people. So information about the securities and also the market are to be passed with the help of the financial market. And then financial functions. So the financial function of a financial market include the following: providing the borrowers with the funds so as to enable them to carry out their investments plans. So this financial market will providing the borrowers, that is they are lending the funds. The financial market will lend the funds to the borrowers in order to enable to carry their investments plans, to carry their business. Providing the lender with the earning asset so as to enable them to earn wealth by deploying the assets in productive ventures. Venture means job. So in productive purposes, the assets are to be utilized by the business people, and valuable assets are to be bought by the business people with the help of the financial market. So indirectly the financial market will help the business people in order to run their business in a success manner. Providing liquidity in the market so as to facilitate trading of funds. So in order to funds are to be traded by the financial market, this financial market will provide a liquidity condition of the funds in the financial market. And then new issue market versus secondary market, that is primary market versus secondary market. New issue market means primary market, secondary market. So classification of financial assets. Financial assets can be classified in differently under different circumstances, that is marketable assets and non-marketable assets. So there are some various topics are there in order to make some difference between the new issue market and secondary market, that is primary market and secondary market. With the help of the classification of financial assets, there are some difference between these two market. So with that, we conclude this evening video. The students, you can watch both the afternoon and evening video clearly and learn all the concept clearly, and you can write in your commerce assignment notebooks meaning, definition, types of financial market, and also role of financial market, functions of financial market. So all these question and answers are very important one for the public point of view. So in your commerce assignment notebook, go through all the points in these topics and learn it, and you can write it in your commerce assignment notebook, and send task complete message in the group. Thank you.